So, Andy Sutak, I've seen you out here at the track many times, and your car just stands out like a sore thumb, and it is just phenomenal. I don't even know what to say. It looks like a show car, and even the other drivers are always mentioning your car when I talk to them about the AI and the AIX cars, and your name seems to come up. And I mean, what's the deal with your car? It's just bitchin' looking.
Well, we originally built it as kind of a showy race car, and Brad Sarganis out there in Sanderfeld, B-Rad Customs, did a hell of a job on the paint, and Troy down there at S&S just did one bang-up job on the fabrication. So you know, we kind of mixed a little of both worlds with some racing and a little showy, and just try to present a good product out there and a good, you know, good-looking race car out there that stands out. So. Yeah,
it really seems like Troy over at S&S Fabrications, he's got his hands on a lot of the really bitchin' cars like yours and Ernesto Rocco and Patrick Lindsay. It just seems like show cars come out of there, but you guys are racing them, and it just kind of weirds me out to see really, really nice cars like those out there just battling on the track.
Yeah, Troy does one hell of a job with fabrication, and he kind of knows what each one of us want. So when I approached him initially and heard of him or was referred to him, he kind of took my needs and then just expanded them by 10.
One of the really interesting things about your car that's actually quite controversial is a lot of guys have seen some of your videos and they know a little bit about your story, but your car actually is a 04 Cobra that has a GM engine in it, and a lot of people frown upon that.
That was pretty interesting because initially when I went to Troy at S&S Fabrication, I wanted to lighten the car. I had the 4.6 liter modular motor with the supercharger on it, and he suggested we do a little different power plant and lighter and an all aluminum engine. So we did a GM LS based engine, all aluminum, and then did some modifications, stuck to a simple carburetor, real simple MSD ignition, and he kind of took over from there, fabricated all the mounts and everything, and got this thing running. And we've been working it out over the last year. It's a fast car, handles really well. Everything is working really good on the car. So he did a heck of a job for us.
So what kind of specs are we talking about on your motor? I mean, horsepower, or what's it made of? The
current engine in it was sponsored by a company out of Michigan, Livernois Motorsports, that were really generous with me and helped me out putting this new engine together. And it's a LS1 based 383 cubic inch all aluminum with the forged internals, solid rollers, solid camshaft and lifters, and then we put the Edelbrock manifold on it, Holley carburetor, just real simple old school technology. It's got about 600 engine horsepower. We put about 540 to the ground through the Jericho training, and then the 8.8 inch rear end, but works really well.
So when you say you lightened up the car by changing the motor, how much weight did you save by going to the Livernois motor compared to the 04 Cobra motor?
Well, we dropped 500 pounds total. I'd attribute about 400 pounds to the engine package and about 100 pounds to the transmission and a few other gadgets that, when we took it off. But that engine really saved us big on the weight.
Yeah, that's the trick with the AI and especially the AIX cars is not necessarily a whole lot of power, but a lot less weight, which is doable.
Yeah, and we do have a weight limit, if you will, that we've got to meet 2,700 pounds wet after the race with us in it, and we're just a click over that, about 2,710, so we're right at spec.
Nice. Well, it is definitely a bitchin' motor, and you know, it sounds like a rocket ship out there on the track, and it definitely grabs the attention of people who are coming out to see the races, and you know, people who are watching your videos and stuff. There are a lot of comments, but it seems like a lot of the comments are negative too because you have a Chevy engine in a Ford. But
it's kind of sacrilegious. Yeah, some people think of it as a little sacrilegious, and you know, but it works for us, and we're happy with it, so we're sticking with it. The engine package works really well. The Griggs suspension that I have under that really puts the power to the ground and lets me get through the turns, and it works well. They've come a long way too.
Nice. So you got the Griggs suspension, you've got the Livernois engine, you got a lot of stuff from Troy S&S Fabrication. Obviously, B-Rad Customs did the paint job and the body work, and I mean, what else kind of makes your car stand out? I mean, do you use the off-the-shelf brakes, or what? I mean, what do you?
No. It's really a whole package with this car. The engine works well, the suspension has to work well, and at the end of the day, this car's got to stop. And we went through a lot of different brake systems out there. We got hooked up with a company called the Brakeman. They gave me a screaming deal on the brakes, set me up, gave me all the information, the knowledge I needed to set them up properly, which is really important. And now that they're set up properly and working, the Brakeman stuff just gets this car stopped. And the wear and tear on this thing is very, very minimal. We don't go through pads and rotors like some of the other competitors out there, so these brakes really work well, stop the car instantly.
Nice. So it's one of these, it's a very simple brake system that just works well, and you don't have to jack with it all the time. It's just install it and maintenance once in a great while, as like a street car almost.
That's correct. This car is, I mean, it looks like a new car, and it really is, but I'm a firm believer in this old school simple technology. I have no power assist. It's just master cylinders, calipers, rotors, and some pads. Put some brake fluid in it, which we run the Brakeman brake fluid as well. Helps to it's got a higher boiling point, so we don't get the pedal fade and things like that. So it
nice.
Happy with that for sure.
One of the other interesting things I see about your car is that you have a very custom interior, like your dashboard. You have an AIX car with a dashboard that looks like it's kind of like a show car, something I'd see at SEMA. I mean, what's the story behind that?
Well, that was initially when we were building this car, and the reason for the outside looks, I thought, well, I've got to be looking at something on the inside, and so I kind of wanted that show car look, that feel, and something definitely different than anybody else had. I didn't want just something plain and simple. So we went a little extravagant, had a custom handmade aluminum dashboard, and then the pods for the gauges. We wrapped it in some ultra suede with red stitching to kind of give it that maybe European look, but it definitely grabs your attention, and it's not like a normal race car, so it stands out. It
definitely does stand out as one of a kind, and I thank you for spending some time talking to me about your car. It's a very impressive car.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out and everybody supporting this American Iron program with NASA and all the sponsors and help that we've got to put this together. So it all goes as a team. Like now you're rolling?
Yeah, I'm rolling now. So
like right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, is this my thin side? Okay.